Hickok 45, coming to you from Tennessee bear country. In fact, I hear one coming. Yeah, there he is. All right, I think I got him, maybe, with my mighty 10 millimeter. Thankfully, it was not a bear, right? Yes, Gen 4 Glock 20. My old my old Glock 20 is a Gen 3. So this one's got to be a lot better, right? Well, I don't know about that, but it was time to upgrade and join Generation 4. I think there's a Gen 5 now, or maybe one coming, I don't know. But I like this, and I thought I needed it, and so here it is. It's got a different barrel in it. We'll talk about it. I've got a KKM barrel in it. I'll talk about that. So this is, you're just sort of invited out here today with us to experiment with my new 10 millimeter Glock Gen 4, Glock 20. I fully expect to be overrun by grizz at some point here at the compound, and I want to be ready. I want to have a handgun on me at all times that is sufficiently powerful to maybe get me out of a scrape. I don't know. A lot of people carry these in Alaska. They really do. Not that it's the best firearm to go bear hunting with, okay? But it might be a choice that a lot of people make if they're out fishing or doing something else and they can't carry a rifle or a shotgun, okay? So you can argue about that all you want to. I know the arguments are all over the internet about what the best handgun is to have in bear country and all that. But the fact is, a lot of them up there do carry the 10. So you all chime in, you folks living there, okay? And you know, the reasons for it and everything, the capacity, the power, penetration is really mostly all that matters. You're not going to bleed out Mr. Grizz before he gets to you, because he's going to get to you fast. And he's big, she's big, and they're going to get to you very fast. And so, you know, whatever you shoot the best and can hit the right place and get the penetration you need, right? If the bear spray, you know, doesn't work, or just trying to talk him or her out of eating you doesn't work, then this is your last resort, I guess, or could be. So anyway, so I've been shooting at some. Many of you saw it in the Sunday shoot around a few weeks ago. Hope you're watching the Sunday shoot arounds. Post them every Sunday, and they're, you know, up to date information. It's up to date me. You know, it's me live, not live, but almost live, as live as I get, right? And I had a malfunction with it, with some of the heavy rounds, and it was the trophy bonded, so I'm going to try some more of that today. I shot some more since then, and I didn't have any trouble. It was brand new. I think those were the first shots that you all saw in the Sunday shoot around. But so just kind of experimenting. I thought I'd go with this barrel so I would not be limited at all, this KKM. I think, as I understand, it's one of the best. Generally, I have lone wolf barrels, but I thought I'd try KKM. I don't think I've ever had one. But, you know, it's a fully supported chamber and everything, and I go back and forth on that. A sloppy chamber, may be too strong a word to use. The Glock chambers usually have a little more space in them. One reason they're so reliable, but with this powerful round, I thought, well, I'm going to try it, okay? Plus, I can shoot the cast bullets maybe more accurately. You don't have that problem with even 230 grain cast bullets if you want, because you may have seen the video we did years ago where some 230 grain, 220 grains, I think did okay if I recall, but you get a really heavy cast bullet in that polygonal rifling won't stabilize it, you know, in a Glock barrel. But it's only when you get to the really heavy stuff. Plus, you're not supposed to shoot lead bullets. But hey, if it's just a few to protect your life, it doesn't really matter, right? You don't want to lead up a barrel, of course. But anyway, this has standard rifling, the KKM. So I'm trying it out. That's part of what I'm doing today. I'm going to shoot. I got all the mags loaded with different ammo, and just going to try some different things here and see how it does, and lots of different power factors. Now, what I was shooting there is the American Eagle. Now, it's not a hot ammo. It's a range ammo. 180 grains, and I don't know if they get the velocity on it. It's like at the muzzle 1030. Okay, so it's generally, I don't know, a couple hundred feet per second slower or more than a lot of the other ammo. So, you know, it's fun to shoot. It's not 380. A lot of people go a little bit overboard. It's definitely more powerful than like 40 or something like that. I've shot 40 out of one of these things, some carry ammo, and there's a big difference in the feel between it and this even. So I'll shoot that mag since I've got it. I don't know, let's go over to the gong. Okay, just figure out where to hold, play with it. There's a buffalo hanging over there. All right, so those are very, very mild to shoot, no recoil to speak of. Here's some, I'll shoot these. These are some Blazer, CCI Blazer. They've been in the barn for about 10 years at least. I'll see if those do okay. Just don't know. Yeah. Now those got a little more spunk to them. I'm shooting too fast, messing around, but goes to show you, sometimes, I mean, ammo typically does fine, even if it's not in air conditioning, heating, you know, but then I wouldn't count on it, you know, for my carry ammo against grizz or two-legged varmints or whatever. You want fresh ammo generally. It's like, why not? So, speaking of precious metals, look at this stack of Silver Eagles. I want to thank APMEX.com, the American Precious Metals Exchange, for their support of the channel. They're really busy these days. We're kind of during the filming during the apocalypse, and I know they're having a hard time keeping up with demand. A lot of people are buying that right now. But go to the link. There's two links in the description, the Hickok Favorites and then the APMEX.com link, and check them out. A lot of stuff there. It's a very busy place right now, depending on when you see this. We're kind of toward the end of March right now. But we appreciate their help make all this possible. This, so the KKM barrel so far has done okay. My big question with an aftermarket barrel, I typically, as you know, I don't change out firearms. I don't put different parts in them, springs, recoil springs and all that. Even, you know, slide locks, or all that kind of stuff, because about any popular firearm you can almost rebuild it if you want to, right? I don't mess with it. I try to leave well enough alone if it works for me. But the barrel, you know, is a little different. They're drop in, they're kind of the exact same dimensions and everything. You got a little more support in the barrel, and you know, if it's reliable, I know it's going to be accurate and it's going to work fine. The only question is there any issue with the feeding? You know, it's a stainless steel barrel, and I've got the original barrel. I'm not going to put it in right now, but what I thought I'd do is, since I want this to work well, I want it to be reliable, I'm going to shoot it a lot, and if it is, I never have any trouble with it, I'll just leave it in there, because that way I can just shoot any kind of ammo I want to. But I don't have a big problem with the stock barrels, so I'm not, you know, worried about that. So anyway, this is kind of what I'm doing. The 10 millimeter, I think, has made a comeback. There are a lot of firearms offered in it, and I've always liked my Glock 20. I've got the other one is the Gen 3. You've seen it before, right? And I thought the Gen 4, it made sense in this gun, especially because it's got this serious, you know, recoil spring, and maybe it would shoot a little better or feel better. I think on the chapter 2 of this, I'll bring the other one out. I don't know why I didn't bring it today. Why didn't I bring it out today? Maybe I'll compare recoils and things like that, okay? I should have brought it out today. I'd give me an excuse to do this again, shoot one of these. Today I was just kind of testing a bunch of ammo. It's funny, I'd ordered all this from Federal, and it just came in this morning. I didn't think I'd be able to do this video this week or next or whenever. And I got some HST in. Is that cool? Now this is 200 grains, and let's see if it shows velocity here. I might have ripped it off there if it did. Well, this is more of a carry ammo, yeah, full power 10 millimeter, 1130. Okay, 1130 feet per second, and it's 200 grain. Okay, so that's pretty stout. There's some of this other is more stout. So HST, we all know, is good ammo, whether it's 9 or 40 or anything. This is 10 millimeter. All right, let's shoot some of it. I'm not really doing a big ammo test, mostly just reliability. I want to figure out if this firearm is reliable with it, and I'll figure out what we ought to shoot that watermelon with. We'll make sure we shoot it with something pretty powerful, probably a hollow point. Okay, we'll do that later when we figure it out. Woo! Yeah, that felt good. Yeah, that hits pretty hard. See those pins come off there? I bet it'll even go through a 2-liter plastic skin. Yeah, let's hit a tree limb there too. Oh man, oh, we about knocked it over again. Wow. Oh man. You've seen me shoot that with a 9 millimeter or a 45 or anything else. It doesn't sling around like that. Those are some expensive misses, aren't they, when you're missing with HST? Let's try the gong with this. Oh, I don't know, hit or not. I think I might have gotten low. That's fun. That's fun to shoot when you start up in the power. So that's HST. Got some gold dot, 200 grain. And let me see what the velocity is on that. 200 grain. See if we have any velocity readings on it. I don't see 10 millimeter grain. Of course, personal protection. It's not, this is not necessarily a bear round. Mr. Grizz wouldn't like it, but anyway, don't know what exact the velocity is on that, but we're going to shoot some of it. So let's put it in the firearm. I can usually tell just by the feel of it. I can usually tell by, if I shoot the cowboy, that felt like about 1150. Yeah, that's what that felt like. Let's go there and hit a buffalo, or try to. I knew that was low. Yeah, I knew that was high. Right on it. All right, good big game round. Maybe. Let's try that hanging buffalo again. That's a good shooting round. You get up to 1150, it's still a really sweet shooter. Not excessive recoil at all. There's a water jug. Nice round. We all know Gold Dot is a good round. That's all under the federal Vista Outdoor umbrella. Now this is the round I was having a little issue with. This, okay, trophy bonded 180 grains. And we're talking muzzle 1275. So that's getting on up there in velocity. And I theorized it was maybe the shape of the bullet. It's really got a flat point, ogive, I guess. All right, let's try this. This stuff is pretty stout. Let's smoke some pot with it. Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm gonna hit the gong. Nice. I'm gonna try a pig over there. No, scared him down. I just want to keep shooting. I'm not taking a good side picture all the time. For those who shot a Glock 20, a 10 millimeter, part of the fun is it is a powerful round. When you start getting some powerful ammo in it, real 10 millimeter ammo, I don't know, it's just fun because it does absorb the recoil pretty well. So far, did I say here that since the Sunday shoot around, I had shot some more of that and it was doing fine, just like that did. So that may just literally been a little bit of a break-in. Typically Glocks don't need break-in, but it was right out of the box, so I don't know. I would shoot more of it. Since I've had a malfunction with that specific ammo, I would shoot some more of it before I carried it in bear country. This is a little Underwood. This is 200 grain, hard cast, 1250 feet per second. Okay, so let's shoot this. I have shot some of this, and so far I'm well pleased with this stuff all functioning with this barrel. The other thing sometimes is with the spring. I know I've read online that some people change out the recoil spring to a stiffer spring if they're firing heavy or really hot ammo, because that can be a factor if you have malfunctions. So I'd like to not have to do that, to be switching out springs depending on what I'm shooting, but we'll see. All right, now this is hard cast, known for penetration. This is something that people do carry in bear country. So let's try the cinder block. Let's try the can on top of it first. Okay. All right. Take care of that block. So I've got 5 or 6 left. If Mr. Bear were coming at me, it would be very, very quick. And by the way, this chest holster is Diamond D Custom out of Alaska. Chest holsters are pretty popular up there, and I wouldn't have it under my jacket probably if I was in bear country. No need to, but it keeps the handgun really handy. It even has a snap there to cover. But so even if it's hot ammo, you need to be able to shoot several rounds accurately. That's one of the advantages of the 10 millimeter. It's pretty easy to hold on target, even with hot ammo. So you need to be able to do that. Same with this buffalo board. It's basically the same round. It's this is 220 grains. Yeah, at 1,200 feet per second. So 220 grain lead. So I should get good accuracy in this barrel because it's standard rifling. So same thing. Now I'm not a great bear hunter or anything like that. I'm just kind of messing around having fun. But these are rounds that people carry in that sort of territory. So you're going to have recoil. You're going to get the penetration you need though with these particular rounds. So this is the real deal. You just need to be able to shoot it. And it's going to be a moving target, right? So we'll just move around a little bit. You notice you're getting some recoil with that. You can see it, I can feel it. That was probably the hardest recoiling round of the day, I would guess. But not a dramatic difference. You could hold that on and boom, pop something with it, okay? Now under stress and everything is a different matter, isn't it? So that's kind of fun. Just every kind of ammo you can imagine there. Kind of self-defense, hollow points, some of it bonded, range ammo, and then your serious stuff, the bonded and ammo, trophy bonded, the heavy hard cast rounds, and there's other. I meant to bring out. I have some double tap. I meant to bring that out too. Forgot. But there are companies that make that for that specific purpose. Yeah. So, hey, I am pleased. No problems with the barrel, or spring being the wrong weight. Now it might have a better feel if I had a heavier spring in it. With say some of that heavy hard cast stuff, it might, I don't know, it might just be a more pleasant experience. I don't know. So, the Gen 4, again, the reason I wanted to kind of upgrade, and you might notice something else you don't see with me very often. This is, I think, the first Glock I've put this beaver tail back strap on. You know, those come with every Glock now, I guess, about every mid-size or full-size Glock. I typically don't use those. Kind of a minimalist, as you know. But this firearm is so big, and I thought, well, why not? I think it just felt maybe a little better. And I thought that spring made a lot of sense. And I got to get me some toweling grips on it. And I'm probably going to have the sights changed out. I've kind of gotten spoiled by some of the night sights I put on my Glock 19s that I like. It's mainly because I like the sight picture, but you know, these are fine. So I feel like I want to shoot one more time. Is that okay? Let me just, since I have, these are gold dots. Let's just, and again, those are 200 grains. And those are the ones I didn't see the velocity on, I guess. Yeah, I had to estimate it based on my expertise and my sense of speed. I can just tell how fast the bullet's going. I've shot so much. So I sort of estimated on the last one here about shooting another mag of these though. I should be able to tell. So you want to be careful if you have a chest holster. It's real easy to sweep yourself. I hope I haven't done that. I've tried to be careful. I don't use a chest holster that much, but they are really handy, really handy. So, yeah, we got a watermelon we got to take care of. So let's pretend that's Mr. Grizz, and he is that close. I need to get him in one shot, don't you imagine? Like right in the head. Yeah, buddy. We got a bowling pin. It's not being addressed. Oh, come on. Yeah. Got to use a sight picture and a good trigger break, no matter what you're shooting at and what the distance is. I keep looking for another target. There's one over there. That turkey. All right, I'm going to try a play here. Come on. Yeah, okay. Yep. Got to get a good trigger break. You get sloppy. I get sloppy if I'm not careful. So 10 millimeter is a really cool Glock. If you like powerful firearms, it's neat, it's versatile. I'm very pleased that that barrel didn't present any problems today with a variety of ammo, and you know, I might just leave it in there. You know, might just leave it if it works. Okay, pretty cool. So Glock 20 Gen 4, we we took a lot of ammo through it. Again, it just reminds me all over how lucky we are, and how how lucky we are to have the support we have from, you know, whether it's ATMEX or what you see on the table, Federal, Butts Gun Shop, SDI.com, ammo sent to us, ammo I can buy without having to think about it, and it's we don't ever take that for granted. We don't take your viewership, your loyalty, your support, for granted ever. Okay, and you know that. But just a reminder, that it just works great. And I will see you on Sunday, as I do every Sunday, okay? And appreciate you watching. Be sure you check the description. Usually I'll pin a comment on almost every video if it's taking you to another, video, maybe with this firearm or something like that, or just whatever. So stay in touch and make sure we're bookmarked, and you don't miss a video. I mean, if you miss seeing a video, I'm going to know about it. And I might just show up at your house wanting to know why you're being delinquent, why you're being a delinquent, and why you're being negligent. Now, you don't want me showing up at your house. I'm too scary. Gosh, your kids would be scared. Man, if they saw me at the door, think about that. That'd be a traumatic experience. Mom, Dad, there's this maniac at the door. You don't want that to happen. So anyway, I've enjoyed this, and I'll let you go now. Glock 10 millimeter, it's fun. It really is. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh, hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. You know, really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com, and also while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.